Roman soldiers was filled with challenges, and proper nutrition was essential to sustain them during military campaigns. Let's explore the main foods that made up a legionary's diet. Grains were the foundation of Roman nutrition, including for soldiers. The Latin term frumentum was commonly used to refer to grain supplies, which made up about 60% to 75% of the total weight of Roman rations. Typically, soldiers preferred wheat, while barley was considered an inferior grain. However, in times of need, barley could be distributed as an alternative. For example, during the siege of Caesar's forces by Pompey in Dyrrhachium, Caesar's men had to resort to eating barley. A similar situation occurred with Octavian's troops during the campaign in Dalmatia in 34 BC. Since barley was often reserved for feeding horses and livestock, receiving it as rations was considered degrading and could significantly lower troop morale. The practice of frumentum mutatum involved punishing a unit by replacing their wheat with barley and removing meat from their diet. Another common food among soldiers was bucellatum, a simple biscuit made of flour, salt, and water. Known for its hardness and long shelf life, this biscuit was baked twice at low temperatures to ensure it stayed dry, making it ideal for the harsh conditions of long marches. Besides being a quick energy source, bucellatum could be produced in large quantities, making it indispensable during military campaigns. Meat played a crucial role in the diet of Roman soldiers and was primarily obtained in two ways: through hunting and by seizing animals from the local population during military campaigns. The legionaries often ventured into forests to hunt wild animals, which not only provided fresh meat, but also served as exercises in survival, skills, and teamwork. Hunting became essential in regions with limited food supply or when supply routes were disrupted. In addition to hunting, Roman troops also confiscated domestic animals from local communities, including cattle and pigs, to sustain the army during long marches and battles. This method was common and often vital for maintaining the forces in prolonged campaigns. Salted pork, in particular, was favored due to its durability and low cost, making it ideal for extended journeys and harsh conditions. It was consumed in various forms, whether cooked, roasted, as sausages, ham, or even bacon. Besides providing meat, pork fat was also used in the production of biscuits. During military campaigns, smoked or salted meat was especially valuable for sustaining soldiers. However, in extreme situations, legionaries had to adapt and consume whatever was available to survive, including hunting animals like deer and rabbits, whose meat was cooked to make it more palatable. These practices were only adopted in times of urgency, when regular supplies ran out and the survival of the troops depended on drastic measures. Another source of fresh meat, in addition to hunting and confiscation, another way Roman soldiers obtained fresh meat was through sacrificial rituals. It was customary in the military to sacrifice cattle and other animals before significant battles. These purification rituals involved the participation of soldiers who consumed the meat of the animals offered to the gods. One such ritual, known as suoveterilia, involved the ritual sacrifice of oxen, sheep, and pigs. Depending on the soldier's background, the commander would also provide the famous fish sauce, garum, which was highly valued both for the flavor it added to food and for its supposed nutritional and medicinal properties. Legumes and fruits. Legumes such as beans, lentils, and peas were essential protein sources, especially for the lower classes in ancient Rome. There is evidence that these foods were a regular part of soldiers' diets. Besides adding variety to meals, legumes were vital in providing necessary nutrients. Although vegetables are not frequently mentioned in historical records, they also played a significant role in the legionaries' diet, mainly because they were easy to store and transport, making them ideal for military campaigns. These simple and inexpensive foods were crucial for maintaining the army's provisions. Fruits, with their high sugar content and nutritional value, would naturally be useful for an army, especially since they could be dried and stored for extended periods. However, fruits are rarely mentioned as a regular part of soldiers' rations, even though they are occasionally found at military archaeological sites. An example mentioned by Polybius highlights that Philip V obtained a supply of figs for his army during the Second Macedonian War against Rome, but this only occurred in a situation of extreme famine. It is almost certain that fruits were not part of the regular rations for Roman soldiers. Fruits were likely acquired from merchants who sold them directly to legionaries, allowing them to supplement their diet. Additionally, soldiers could gather available fruits from the regions they passed through, diversifying their meals and adding nutrients. Cheese. The Romans consumed cheese made from cow, sheep, and goat milk. Although cheese is not widely cited in ancient texts as an essential food for soldiers, the Historia Augusta, written by Suetonius, mentions cheese alongside salted meat and wine as part of the troops' diet. The discovery of cheese presses in various military camps suggests that soldiers frequently made their own cheese. Given its lightweight and ease of transport, it is likely that cheese was a significant part of the soldiers' diet during campaigns. Even though there are few direct mentions of its consumption, the presence of tools for cheese production indicates that this was a common practice, providing protein and calcium in a durable form during marches. Wine and water. In general, each Roman soldier carried their own canteen or water skin. Water was stored in leather bags, wooden vessels, or other containers, and camp locations were strategically chosen based on the availability of water sources. Water collection was a common task assigned to available soldiers, requiring no special expertise. Caesar often described logistical operations of his legions, noting that water supply was a priority when establishing a camp. Groups of cohorts were dispatched to ensure the water supply and fill the skins. Additionally, wine diluted with water for purification was widely consumed by the soldiers. This mixture, known as Posca, had a sour taste and was considered a type of energy drink, often enriched with herbs and spices. Recent research indicates that Posca was actually quite beneficial for health, being rich in antioxidants and vitamin C. The seeds of coriander and other herbs used in the drink offered medicinal benefits, and its high acidity, giving it a vinegar-like sour taste, helped kill bacteria in the water. This was especially important at that time, considering that water was not as clean or treated as it is today. Posca was looked down upon by the upper classes, but widely consumed by the lower classes in Rome, becoming a standard drink in the military from the 3rd century BCE. This beverage helped boost energy and improve troop performance, as other alcoholic drinks could cause stomach discomfort during battles and marches. Salt and olive oil. Just as the term frumentum referred to grains, the terms cibum and cibaria referred to the soldiers' food supplies as a whole. Rations were generally divided into main categories: meat, vegetables, cheese, salt, and sour wine. Additionally, rations could include olive oil. Salt played a crucial role in preserving meat and other perishable foods used to extend their shelf life during military campaigns. Numerous literary sources document the extensive use of olive oil by the Roman army, not only for cooking, but also as an essential component in food preservation. How food was prepared. The preparation of these foods took place within a contubernium, the smallest unit of the Roman legion, and was a critical task to ensure soldiers were well fed during campaigns. Each contubernium consisted of 8 soldiers who shared a tent during marches and encampments. These soldiers not only lived together but also shared daily responsibilities, including meal preparation. Those assigned to cook within the contubernium were responsible for everything from gathering and preparing food to distributing it equally among all soldiers. Generally, Roman soldiers had 2 meals a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and often had to improvise with available resources to meet the unit's nutritional needs, even during times of scarcity or logistical challenges. Join us and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the video and be a Praetorian. Thank you, my friend.